to witness the strength of street knowledge.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It is your girl, your diva in knowledge. Of course, your girl Mocha in the building. Welcome to Mocha's Ladies Lounge. I hope everybody's doing good. Again, I appreciate all of y'all for still rocking with me, still showing support. I had to work out a whole lot of kinks, try to get my audio right, and I tell y'all, this blogging thing is not easy, and I don't think a lot of people understand the work that we put into really crafting this and making sure all our sounds is on point, making sure all the visuals are on point. It takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of constantly, running tests, revamping. It's a lot of work, and you have people who come in the comment section and and I get it, sometimes people just have to be honest with you, but people can be brutally honest at times, not understanding that sometimes things do happen. Your audio will get chopped up, you'll have technical difficulties, and that just kind of comes with it. But nevertheless, I appreciate y'all for still being supportive and rocking with me throughout this whole journey, and I'm very grateful. Please go ahead and hit that like button. Y'all already know I'm going to deliver a good sermon. I'm going to deliver the word like I always usually do. So big ups to everybody. If you want to donate, I'd rather you send it to my Cash App at $𝓼𝓬𝓱𝓪'𝓼, because when you send it through the super chats, child, it takes forever. YouTube does whatever they want to do. So for those of you who want to bless me, that would be a great way to do so. But if you're not in a position to donate anything, please hit that like button. It definitely helps for my video to get pushed to the algorithms, more that y'all hit the like button, and also watch any of the commercials that are playing throughout the content. That's another way you're donating too, by actually watching the advertisement. So if you don't want to send in the funds, just watch the advertisement, and you're already donating to me without even having to send a dime. So let's get right into it, y'all. I was not going to hold back on this, because if y'all have not been in the loop, honey, Arion Air Mattress has decided to once again post an up-to-date picture of her and Martell. So I guess her bargain boo, okay? Her bargain boo. And the reason why I'm gonna call him bargain boo instead of Martell, because he's available, because no one else wants the hassle, so the prices have been slashed on him because he has no worth, he has no value, right? So anyway, Arion Air Mattress decided to post a picture of Mr. Markdown, okay, because he definitely has depreciated in value once Mel decided to leave his dusty ass, okay? So this is what's going on, y'all. Arion Air Mattress thinks she has won a prize. And before I go into the content, I want to show y'all the picture right quick. Now, y'all know, of course, I put my creative spin, and I had to put them in front of a flea market, because she has her Mr. Markdown, okay? And even though she's thinking she has a prize, no, you have discarded goods. You got your thrift shop Timothy that nobody wants, okay? So you have not won the prize, okay? All right, but you're going to be in for a surprise thinking that you won a prize, right? So let me show y'all the Instagram picture right quick, so y'all can kind of see. All right, so this is Arion's recent picture, okay? And as y'all know, they are going in on her in the comment section. Okay, so she wants everybody to know, and this is her actual page, my man and I, Martell Holt. So of course she had to hashtag him because she wants to make sure that the post also makes it to his page, because like we all know, Fire Marshal Martell, because he loves to set fires everywhere he goes, he did not do that on his page. Now if we go to his page, he did not actually post a picture of her and him together. In fact, as we're looking, I don't see any pictures of Ariana Air Mattress. Now here it is, some random ladies. Okay, that's his mom. You know, nevertheless, there's no pictures of Ariana. I don't see any. No pictures. No picture. No picture. No picture. No picture. No picture of Ariana. No picture. None whatsoever. Oh my gosh. I see Tank in I see Melanie's son Tank in Martell's younger picture. But anyway, that's besides the point. Okay, you see pictures of his kids and everything else. Not one picture of Ariana. I've proven my point. Let me get the hell back up out of here. And let's go back to the post at hand, everybody. Everybody's been going in on Miss Potato Salad, right? Who still feels she has to validate her position by claiming Martell, claiming Mr. Markdown as her boo thing, okay? She still has to claim her pawn shop Prince, her outlet mall Martell. That's a good name, actually. Outlet Mall Martell, okay? Mr. Previously Owned, Mr. Dollar Bill Devin, Mr. Curb Alert Call, okay? Mr. Yard Sale Yancey, all right? Mr. Thrift Shop Thornton, whatever the hell you want to call him, okay? But to keep it simple, we're going to call him Mr. Markdown on this content. But you know my next content, I'm going to come up with a different goddamn name for him. So let's get into it, girls. Listen, the comment sections did not disappoint. Big ups to everybody who came for Ariana Air Mattress in the comment section. And the reason I have to show y'all this now, because if she goes back and see all the comments, she may not be happy, and she may just go ahead and delete the comments or block anyone from being able to comment or say anything else, or she may disable the comments. So let's get into some of these comments right quick before I go into the content. Don't nobody else want him. He's yours by default. Came straight to the comments and I was not disappointed. Girl, Queen Gigi, neither was I. Me and you both, girl. How you get him is how you will eventually lose him. You can't build a home off another female's tears. That home won't stand. Hello. That man has been passed around more than Rose more than Rose at Olive Garden. Get your life. These ladies was going in, honey. Definitely one by default. It's the women in the comments praising her for dealing with this man. I swear most of y'all will never have a good man or don't deserve one if you think that this is okay. Like y'all are cooked. I agree. After his wife left him, wasn't he on Real Housewives of Atlanta with Sheree? He finally giving you a turn. Girl, they ain't playing. Ain't posted all year, but as soon as the season starts back, here they go. She finally got him, huh? Child, let's see some of the comments of that. It's been a time. I could never be this desperate. Never. He doesn't even look happy. And body language is everything, y'all. Martell is in the struggle. He's taking a picture with her like he would any random stranger, because the truth of the matter is, and we're going to go more into that, Martell knows he does not belong there. He knows it without a shadow of a doubt. Please hit that like button if you're coming in. He knows he don't belong there. But at this point, because he has lost his prized possession, he has to work with the peasant. But you can just tell within his body language, he's not kissing up on her. He's not really hugging up on her, really embracing her. I mean, the way he's posed with her in this picture is a standard pose, you know what I mean? Him having his arm around her waist, it's pretty standard, you know. You can just tell it's kind of forced, and he's trying to psych himself into believing that he's good, but he's really not. But let's keep looking at these comments, y'all. He doesn't even look happy. I don't think the elevator goes up with her. Might as well after all that crap. They've been together since 2013-14, but like 5 years now after his divorce, okay? Not for real. He's still for the streets. LOL. She just keep allowing him to come back when he's done playing outside. Yes. Okay. Somebody put the little Nene emoji there or whatever. GIF there. Laughing my ass off. Y'all don't want to hear this, but he loves this girl. He would not leave her alone for nothing. Now, I bet they gonna eat her alive. Let me see some of the replies. Exactly. My girl is definitely that girl. Okay, we're gonna always have some minions, so ladies, don't get mad, don't get upset. You know, side chicks do support other side chicks. All women of low value will support other women of low value, low morals, no integrity. Okay, everybody's not going to side with integrity. All right, so we just got to accept that. He loves her, but went through everybody that came after her before he actually chose her. I reckon if she got roots on him. Couple of people are agreeing, baby, that's not love, it's manipulation. When a man in a relationship keeps entertaining the same woman over and over, that means he feels something for her. It's not just sexual. No, the only thing he feels for her is the convenience. Okay? One thing about a man, they cannot want you, but as long as you make yourself readily available, like a Little Caesars hot and ready pizza, they're going to take you up on it. He's holding on to Ariana because there's nothing else going for him right now. Okay, it got nothing to do with love. It has everything to do with convenience. Okay, and Honey Brown is going in hard for Ariana. So I don't know if that's her family member. I don't know if she's part of the side chick society. I'm not sure. Okay, she says, I agree with you. Just because a man keeps coming back, that does not mean he loves you. But this situation where Martell had a lot to risk, he was given multiple chances in his marriage to cut her off, but he refused. He was blowing her phone up. That man had feelings for her. When a man keeps cheating with the same girl and keeps investing in her, that means he cares about her. Sorry to tell you. No, not necessarily. I disagree with that. And the reason I disagree with that is because the feelings that Martell has is not really feelings. Martell does not have feelings for women. Okay, women are toys. Women are something he can play with. Martell has never had respect for any woman. Same thing. Well, we could say that about Mel. You know, how much he loved Mel. He married Mel, had children from Mel, but at the end of the day, he never respected Mel. And that's the same thing with Ariana Air Mattress. He never respected her, never claimed her. He won't even put not one picture, not one, on his Instagram. Okay? So it's this delusional concept of if a man keeps dealing with you, a man keeps reaching out to you, and first of all, he didn't even think he was going to lose anything. For you to say Martell had a lot at risk, Martell, that was the things, Honey Brown, let me tell you something, boo. Martell didn't even think he was going to lose Mel, okay? That's why he kept indulging with Ariana Air Mattress, all right, because he was just really sure of himself that he was not going to lose his marriage. Okay, but we can go back and forth. He was out of options, baby. This is not a flex. Let us know when he marries you, silly girl. So yeah, people is not falling for the fuckboy shenanigans. You finally got him. He ain't loyal. This girl getting ate up by the comments under her own page is crazy work. The Bible is not a lie. It can be your man, but you will reap, waiting for this to age. You finally allow in public, cheesing like she won a prize. Girl, you can keep that. Hopefully she gets some love match in Huntsville. Okay, the devil is a liar. Why come on her page to be so nasty if you don't have nothing good to say? Just watch and keep it scrolling. Let them live. Gosh, well, that's not going to happen. So you can just be dismissed with that. So, you know, you got a few people caping and all of that, but you do have some people too that will set you up for failure. You have people that will support you and push you up and encourage you to basically push yourself off the bridge. So just because you have people that's rocking with you and supporting you, It does not mean that they're supporting you because they want to see you win. Some people support you and go along and encourage you to stay in a unhealthy situation so they can make a mockery out of you. So, honey, that's enough with the comments, but y'all get my drift. But for the most part, nobody was sparing her no mercy. So let's get back to where we were. So let's get into it, honey. First of all, Air Mattress, you didn't win. You're just the last woman standing, okay? So, like I said, y'all just seen a picture of her and Martell like it's some kind of trophy moment. But the gag is, he didn't post her. I just showed y'all Air Mattress is nowhere on his page. And yet she's online acting like she finally got what she wanted. Sis, you did not win. You're just the last woman standing. So let's talk about it. Ariana has been a side chick, the secret, the shadow for years. Melody finally walks away, and now suddenly Ariana thinks she has made it to the top. But if we really look at it, y'all, hit the like button, please. I appreciate it. Nothing has changed. He's still not claiming her. He's still moving the same, and she's still trying to convince the internet that this is love. Baby, this ain't love, Air Mattress, coleslaw. This is survival wrapped in delusion. So let's break down the psychology of this, right? Let's go more in depth. Let's start with the psychology of why she thinks she really won. Okay, so let me break this down for y'all because it's deeper than just being messy. She truly believes she won because she needs to. It's called, to be specific, y'all, it's called cognitive dissonance. It's when your mind does mental gymnastics to justify bad decisions. In other words, you have to make it make sense in your own delusional world. So when your actions and your reality don't align, your brain, whatever little bit of it she has left, tries to fix the discomfort by adjusting your beliefs to match your behavior. So how does that relate to what's going on with, Air Mattress and Mr. Markdown? Think about it. She spent years investing in a man who wasn't hers. Okay? She endured the public shame of being the mistress. She was promised love, a future, and position. So now that Melody is gone, her brain is trying to make the situation make sense to justify all the pain, all the shame, all the embarrassment, and public humiliation. If I didn't win, then I wasted my life. Okay? So, and again, this is ways of her trying to justify. If he didn't choose me, then I really was just a side chick. So yes, I must have won. I have to have one. Okay? So even though the relationship looks empty from the outside, she's telling herself, y'all, the story that she needs to survive emotionally. So she's giving herself a version of what makes sense so she can basically cope and tolerate Martell's, manipulation. It basically, she's under emotional survival. She has to lie to herself to make it make sense so she don't completely crash out and fold. Okay, if she admits she didn't win, then she has to admit she wasted years, ruined the family, and got played in the process. Her ego and her delusional can't take that, right? So instead, she posters up, smiles for the camera, and tells herself, see, I'm still here. I'm still in the running. I must be the one he wanted. Okay, so that is the first element. The second element is the default versus the choice. So here's the thing, y'all, and please, if you're coming in, hit that like button. I would appreciate it. Big ups to all my mods that are entering, that are holding down the chat. I so appreciate y'all. Big ups to all my Mocha minions. I love y'all. I'm glad y'all here. So let's get back into the elements. Just because you're the last woman standing doesn't mean you were the chosen one. Let me repeat that again for those of you in case it didn't marinate. Just because you're the last woman standing doesn't mean you were chosen. Basically, what she's doing is called survivor's bias. Basically, delusion by default. It basically means the mistaken belief that because you're still around, you must be the strongest or most deserving. Ariane really thinks because she hung in there all this time within the marriage, after the marriage, that sooner than later it's going to pay off, right? This is a reality check. Ariane didn't win by merit. She's just the last woman left standing after the one with dignity walked away. But to her, because we're talking about Ariane air mattress being as slow as a crock pot, like one of the ladies in the comment section has said on her page. Melody lost because she left. This is how she's thinking, okay? Ariane air mattress thinking Melody lost because she left, okay? In her mind, she is winning because she is still staying. The man still comes around, so in her mind, Fire Marshal Martell is still hanging around like a STD. That's her proof in her mind that she's not replaceable. In order for, I know what I'm saying to some of you is not registering, but you got to realize we're talking about the mindset of Ariane air mattress. So a lot of what I'm saying is not going to resonate and not going to make sense, but I'm giving you the psychology of how she's reasoning with this. So the fact that Martell is still around, she thinks that in her mind she's not replaceable. And again, convinced and committed is two totally different things. Any man can still deal with you because you're convenient, not because he's committed. I know some women who've been living with the same man for 15, 20 years and they had children and he still didn't marry them. They're on child number 3, child number 4, and he still won't marry. Okay? So any man can still be consistent but not committed. And a lot of women don't understand that. Just because a man is consistent, meaning he's always around, he's always available, doesn't mean that he's committed. In her head, survival means success. But in truth, she survived at a war that only hurt her. It just means everybody else left. That she's not getting that. Sheree, Melody, and anybody who dealt with Martell, they have left him. Okay? Melody walked away with her peace. And instead of elevating you, he kept you in hiding. And she's not understanding that. He didn't even repost you. You out here bragging about a man who's still embarrassed to publicly stand next to you. That's not a win, sis. That's a warning. And she will not take heed to any of these warnings. So this is the third element. Romanticized fantasy of being chosen. Again, this is the mindset of air mattress. Some women attach their worth to being picked, even if it means being picked last, secretly, or halfway. You have some sisters, their self-esteem is so bruised that they're just happy with being settled for, right? So Ariane likely told herself, he's just stuck in his marriage. If he could, he'd be with me. He loves me definitely. So when Melody left, Ariane saw it like this. The moment she won, the moment he was free. But this is the parts that she ignored. He never publicly honored her. He never built anything stable with her. He stayed inconsistent and unaccountable. She chased the fantasy of being chosen. But all she got was a man who plays musical chairs with hearts. That's what she got. And basically, she landed with a man who has been discarded. No woman with real integrity, with real morals, and any real integrity would even want Martell. Martell has become a flea market item. No one wants to invest anything in him. You know, he's not a designer label. He is a discarded damaged goods. He's damaged goods, basically. And when it comes to being damaged goods, you depreciate in value to the point to where only a person that's down on a luck, or somebody who's really in a struggle situation, is going to take a chance with Martell. Any woman who has any real integrity, any real self-worth, she's not going to invest in a Martell, because she already knows, based off of his morals, based off of his values, that he's very much a low value man, and he's damaged goods. You know, anybody who takes a chance in dealing with Martell, they're definitely setting themselves up for failure. Ariane doesn't consider Martell as failing her. She's willing to weather the storm no matter how bad it gets. Okay. She chased the fantasy of being chosen. She just wanted to finally be chosen. But this is the thing, she was never chosen. Melody left. Martell did not file a divorce and say, I'm divorcing Melody because I want to marry Ariane. I want to be with Ariane. It was Melody that made that call. And the fact that she's so psychologically damaged, she is excited that Melody made that call, because in her mind, now that Melody is out the way, she left him, now he'll see my worth, being that I didn't leave him, I didn't walk out on him, and I'm still standing by him. Me standing by him, hopefully now, that's going to keep me in the running. Okay? The next element is insecurity masquerading as confidence. This is key. When someone is deeply insecure but refuses to admit it, they overcompensate with fake pride, online posters, and passive aggressive flexes. Air Mattress has done multiple interviews where she has expressed, even though she thinks we done forgot, she has expressed how Martell has done her in multiple times. But yet, with everything she's ever said, she's still up here fake love flexing, you know, and posting, you know, all of these supposedly happy moments to convince us, even more so convince herself, that she's in a good space. Look at me, I'm still with him. In other words, I need the world to believe this isn't a loss. Because so many people have dragged her, and so many people are still dragging her. She needs to constantly keep posting and letting everybody know she's good. I'm still on top. I'm still in the league. So y'all can stop, you know what I mean, putting me down and making me feel like I'm losing, because I'm not losing. He's choosing. He done chose me. So basically, she's just trying to convince everybody, all the women who have trashed and bashed her with good reason. She's still trying to prove a point that she is still standing. Okay? Y'all mad he's still with me. But what that really means, if I say it loud enough, maybe I'll finally believe it myself. Y'all got to realize, nobody has brainwashed Ariane more than Ariane. Ariane has brainwashed herself more than Martell. I promise you. Now, you have some women that are like that. You have some women, when it comes to a man, they just lose all common sense. I had a friend or two that was like that. I had one or two girlfriends that, as long as they didn't have a man, they was in a good place in their life, you know. They were taking care of their kids. They were saving up their money, you know, just doing really well. And something about when a ninja comes around and a ninja gets in their head, and maybe y'all in the comment section, maybe some of y'all know a female, been friends with a female that's like that. Maybe you have a female in your family, maybe your own daughter, your mom, somebody you know. Once a man comes around, all their common sense just goes out the door. You can't tell them nothing. They will move a man in their house, not know nothing about them, will allow a man to get attached and bond with their kids, all of that, and see all the red flags, but they will sit up there and make it make sense in their own mind because they so badly want to be wanted just that bad, that they're willing to put delusions in their own mind and make it make sense. That's what Air Mattress is doing. She's proud out loud because she's hurting in silence. Let me repeat that again. Hit that like button if you're coming in here, y'all. Hit the like button. I appreciate the support. She's proud out loud because she's hurting in silence. Let's be clear, y'all. This is element number 4. Validation isn't love. Let's be clear. Being posted ain't the prize. Being protected is. And a man who kept you a secret while you dragged another woman down, that ain't love, that's convenience. And I've been telling you that. A man being committed to you versus a man seeing you as convenience, that is not the same thing. Some women confuse being the one who stayed with being the one who's valued. It is not the same thing. Just because the longer you stay does not make you more valued. Okay? The longer you hang in there does not mean that he's appreciating your dedication. Because if he did, he would take it to the next level. He would say, you know what, this woman stood by me through all the embarrassment, through all the humiliation. I already know I'm never going to get mail back. So you know what, I might as well go ahead and commit to this woman. He has yet to do that. Know why? Because he don't value Ariane. Doesn't matter how long she stayed. So note to all the side chick society out there. Okay? Just because you stay, it does not mean you're going to get value. Okay? But when a man rotates women like outfits, you're not the main, you're just next. If Martell had a better option, somebody that was on Mel's level, that was business minded, had money, ambitious, he would drop Ariane Air Mattress quicker than soap in state prison. There have been no other options. He don't want to be there. That's kind of like you're on a job that you want to leave, but you can't afford to leave that job because you don't have another job to go to secure you being able to financially take care of yourself. So you're just doing the job, going through the motions until you finally get up the nerve to say, you know what, I'm not going to fake the phone working here. I'm miserable. There's no growth in this workplace. I'm out. Or you going to hang in there all the way to the end and meanwhile keep looking on the side, shopping around, putting in applications other places until something you really want comes up. There's one or the other, and that's what Martell is doing. He's hanging in there because Ariane is the only option. And another reason he's hanging in there because nothing he really wants has come along. And what a lot of people don't understand, sometimes you only get one shot. You get one good woman, it doesn't mean there's going to be other ones out there that's going to replace that one. You get one good man, it does not mean you're going to look up and keep getting good men to be good to you. You know, when you're shitting on good dudes, taking advantage of men, sooner or later your luck going to run out. And you're going to be by yourself. And that's basically what happened with Mr. Markdown Martell. Every woman all over the world has witnessed how he played his cards. And guess what? The ones that's rooting, listen y'all, this is the funny part. The ones that are rooting Ariane Air Mattress on, they themselves would not touch Martell. They would not touch him. Believe it or not, that's why the comments that were people supporting the side chick society, that don't mean nothing to me because most of them would not even give Martell the time of day. They boost her simple angry bird self up. But the truth is, half of those women that was capable for her in that comment section, they would not date him. rest assured, right? So she thinks Melody's absence is her position now. A lot of women confuse availability with value. He's no longer with his wife. He still sees Ariane. So that must mean he's where he wants to be, right? Wrong. Martell is a man who marked down Martell, disrespected his marriage, still didn't elevate or claim Ariane publicly, has shown he will rotate women for his convenience, but to her, Melody's exit became her entry. She's confusing being the last one left with being the one truly loved. Let me repeat that again. Melody's exit became Ariane's entry. She's confusing being the last one left with being the only one truly loved. So while you're online acting like you won, Miss Bargain Betty Boop, the rest of us, we see a woman who traded her dignity for digital proof that a man still ain't proud of her. The only thing worse than being part of the side chick society is realizing you were never really in the running to begin with. But hey, if being the last woman standing makes you feel like you finally arrived, I hope you enjoy your view, broke down Bargain Betty Boop. Just remember, even leftovers get served when the main course walks out. When you spend years chasing someone else's man and the wife finally walks away, you're not the winner. You're just the default. And being chosen by default isn't a win, it's a warning. So y'all, in the comment section, I'm curious, do y'all think Ariane really believes she won? Or is this just one big coping mechanism that's playing out online? Drop your thoughts below, because this kind of mindset, we need to talk about it, y'all. We need to discuss more about the side chick society, honey. The mindset of women who really think on this level, because they really do exist, you know. So I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, and you know, I got some more content coming up. Please stay subscribed, hit that notification bell, because as y'all notice, I got my own business. I don't have a specific date or time when I'm going to do my content, because every time I try to make a specific date or time, it just doesn't fold that way, right? So make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you will be alerted and you will receive notifications. You know, I'm making boss moves like my girl Melody, so I really can't just give a specific time and date like I used to. I got to kind of get in where I fit in at, because I have a lot of clientele. Nevertheless, we're going to get into popping. I got some more sermons coming up. Again, anybody who wants to donate, I'd rather you hit the Cash App instead of the Super Chat. I would appreciate it. I would get it quicker. So anyway, y'all, enjoy the rest of y'all day. Hit that notification bell. I got so much more in store for y'all, because I owe y'all so much for still being dedicated to me. So anyway, y'all be blessed, and until next time, y'all take care, and please hit the like button before you leave. Thank you. Have a good one, y'all.